Those are two reasons why I recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I am going to recite it now because the flag is hidden. Because the flag is hidden, I'm holding up a flag. I would ask anyone who would like to stand with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's all right.
Well, that was Celeste Barber, a former adjunct professor at Santa Barbara City College, and she was speaking at a Board of Trustees meeting. Celeste was saying that she recites the Pledge of Allegiance because of her experience living by the Berlin Wall, as well as her dad, who nearly lost his life fighting against the Nazis, and went on to design the colonoscopy camera scope, which has helped save many, many lives. But as you could probably hear, not everyone at the meeting was a fan of Celeste or the pledge, including these protesters who couldn't even let her get through a 4-minute speech without disrupting several times. Now this all started when Robert Miller, the president of Santa Barbara City College's Board of Trustees, decided to scrap the pledge from board meetings because, according to him, it's steeped in expressions of nativism and white nationalism. In an email to Celeste, Miller said, "Our flag is a powerful symbol of freedom and our system of government, but I prefer to pledge allegiance to our Constitution instead of a physical object." I'm not sure if the esteemed president is aware that, like the flag, the US Constitution is also a physical object. Miller continues, saying he objects to the phrase "one nation under God" and whines about how, despite the First Amendment forbidding laws establishing religion, the phrase was added to the pledge anyways. Okay, so the vast majority of Americans do believe in God, about 70% believe in the Christian one, but if you don't, just don't say that part. It doesn't mean you have to ruin the pledge for everyone by banning it. Miller also told Celeste that he has discovered that the Pledge of Allegiance has a history steeped in expressions of nativism and white nationalism. He says the author wrote it in reaction to the increasing number of immigrants entering the United States, and expressed concern about the races which we cannot assimilate without a lowering of our racial standard. But the Pledge of Allegiance itself, as the Board of Trustees president seems to acknowledge with another quote, isn't xenophobic or nativist. By the way, there's nothing really wrong with being nativist, it just means you prioritize citizens over immigrants. Now, after one of my correspondents over at Campus Reform covered the ban on Monday, Miller reversed his decision, saying that the board would recite the pledge for now, but may discuss it at a later date. That's probably code for "I'll ban it again when the media pressure dies down." Anyways, banning the Pledge of Allegiance because of viewpoints its author might have had instead of its actual content is kind of like ditching the Constitution because the Founding Fathers owned slaves. And if you think that's a crazy analogy, just remember that activists didn't stop with vandalizing Robert E. Lee statues, but moved on to Thomas Jefferson. This is, of course, because cultural Marxists can never be appeased. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Rob Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.